Hey guys, I'm Rose here, and welcome to my fourth episode, part 2 of this Gothic 2 Let's Play. As you already know, this is the path Militia, so I will do certain things different here, and once I will do, I will tell you guys.
This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere, no work, and now the farmers have risen up too. What winds have blown you here?
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well...
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if you know nothing about my trade. And I have no money to pay for an apprentice.
What if I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the other masters here?
All right, I shall give you my approval. But you had better get yourself the blessing of the gods first. Say,
This is the first thing I'll do differently. No, not really.
Well, if
you
you
mean,
do I say my prayers regularly?
I see. A man who does not ply his trade with the blessing of the gods will never receive my approval. Ask for the gods' forgiveness for your transgressions. Then go to Watermages, the priest of Adanos, and have him give you his blessing. He will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. You should get his blessing too. Once you have received the blessing of the gods, I shall vote for you.
So, you know a lot about locks.
What good is a fine chest without a fine lock? I make my own locks. That way, I can at least be sure I haven't built my chest that sturdy for nothing. A poorly made lock is easy to break, and there are plenty of thieves about in Corinthus, especially lately.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people. I'm not going to teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
Doesn't really matter. I'm not going
Can you sell
to
me some lock picks?
pay him to get those skill training. I will train them at the Thieves Guild for 50 gold less. Not entirely true, because there's another way, but that involves the Thieves Guild as well. But that way you will get for no gold. So you'll see that later in this walkthrough.
Have you had an apprentice before?
Yes, and not too long ago.
And what happened?
His name is Elbridge. He's my nephew. I was quite pleased with him, actually, but one day he simply didn't show up for work.
Where is Elbridge now?
How would I know? He kept hanging around that filthy brothel by the harbor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still warming the bed of some whore down there.
How long has it been since you saw him?
I guess it must be about 2 weeks.
Have you reported that to the militia?
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does his work. But I already regret that. He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get nowhere in Corinthus without a decent job.
Is that so? What do you know about the Paladins?
Not much. They arrived by ship 2 weeks ago from the mainland. Since then, they have withdrawn to the upper end of town. Nobody here really knows exactly why they have come. Many are afraid of an attack by the orcs. I suppose, however, that they are here to quell the farmers' rebellion.
Do you know anything about the Peasants' Rebellion?
Rumor has it that Onar, the landowner, has hired mercenaries to keep the king's troops from breathing down his neck. He was probably tired of having to throw his harvest along with his livestock at paladins and militia. All we notice of this in town is that the food prices keep rising. Onar's farm lies far to the east of here. We wouldn't know if there's any fighting going on there. And if you want to know more, ask the merchants in the marketplace. They get around the island more than I do.
I've come about Gritta.
My niece? What's your business with her? This isn't about money, is it?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble. She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Gritta should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this, she doesn't have a single gold piece.
We shall see.
So let's talk with this Gritta. But first we're gonna talk to Pablo
Hey,
here.
wait, you
Before
look familiar
he's
to me.
gonna talk to us.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask him yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
Alright, let's talk to Gritta now. There's two ways to do this. You either force the gold off her, or you pay it for her. And since I'm a militia, I want good reputation in the city, so I will pay the gold for
Ever
her.
since my husband died, I've been running the household.
As
for
a
my
mercenary,
uncle Thorpe.
that's the first thing I did different, by the way. As a mercenary,
Matteo
I
sent me.
forced it
You
off
still
her.
owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
I'm gonna pay the sum for you.
You would do that for me? Oh, I knew you weren't a greedy bastard like that, Matteo.
Yeah, never mind.
Come back once you've taken care of that. I want to show you my gratitude.
So let's deliver this gold to Matteo and get it over with.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
Alright, that's the first quest we've done
I'd have
for the
preferred it if you
merchants.
squeezed it out of
I
her.
mean,
Still,
masters.
100 gold pieces is 100 gold pieces. You've held up your part of the deal.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
Show me your wares.
Let's see if I got things to sell. I'm gonna sell this gold. I waited with it because wasn't sure that if you delivered him back to him that he would be happy or something. So what I just did is sold it to him, and nothing worked, frankly. So it's not really quest related or something. Wasn't sure about that because it's being so damn low. And so that's basically why I sell them to Matteo over here. Now I'm gonna talk to I think Harrod.
Wait a minute.
No, I will not do that because I haven't done that in the previous episode. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ignite the potion master in the lower part of town, which is called the Harbor City, and I'm gonna get myself an Oblivion scroll there, just like at the Mercenary Walkthrough. I will use it on Valentino for hidden quest. It's not really that hidden, but if you talk to Raggers, you will receives it, and
Ah, you've come just in time.
this scroll is
I'm
perfect
in
for it.
need of an assistant for a magic experiment. I'm sure you're eager to do me a favor for science's sake.
Easy, my friend. First tell me what this is all about.
I have developed a new spell, a spell of oblivion. I've already successfully carried out a few practical applications, but I don't have time to conduct one final test.
What's in it for me if I help you?
I could teach you how to brew
You
potions.
will need that
I
as a
know
militia,
recipes for
but
and essences and
HP is very
potions of
handy.
speed.
You will never have enough of it,
Tell
especially
me
in the
more about
HP
the
mod.
experiment and the spell.
And
The spell
the reason I do
first
this
makes
is just to
somebody
complete the
forget
quest and
their
gain
residence. So
experience from it.
I have only found it to work when the person in question is angry.
This is perfect to do for
If he has
novice.
been knocked down or robbed, even if he has only witnessed such a deed, he will scratch it from his memory.
So I'm supposed to knock somebody down and then put a spell on him?
That would really make sense if the person was really mad at me for beating him up. But I don't think that will work in the harbor district, so I'll have to find my victim elsewhere.
Yes, I think you get the point. But to make somebody angry, it is enough to attack him. You don't have to knock him down. So you should pick somebody who's by himself. If there are other people around, you'll just get into trouble with Lord Andre. Also, it makes no sense to cast the spell on someone who's busy attacking you. Wait for the right moment.
Alright, I'll try out that spell.
Then take this spell scroll and find yourself a suitable
If
guinea
you
pig.
use this
Once
scroll
you're done,
wrong, you lost it and you have to buy a new
tell me
one.
how it went.
But that will not happen for me, I hope. Okay, got everything, I think. Yep. Alright, I'm now going to talk to, going to walk into the direction of Wattfest, the Watermage. But, that is where the fun will start. That's where I will lure Valentino out of the bar, and you will see how. And kick his ass for the mini quest. Now, first I'm going to talk to Constantino here. This really isn't a must, because he will give you his approval no matter what. But there's a hidden quest here as well if you ask him that you want to work for him.
I want to sign up with you
He
as an
tells
apprentice.
you no, but you have to push it again. And then he will give you this list of plans you have to get. And I'll only get that for my experience. Only as a novice I will join him as an apprentice.
Go sign up with one of the other masters.
What will I have to do to become your apprentice?
I couldn't bear yet another dilettante on my conscience. There is a multitude of herbs out there. Used in different variations, they develop the most diverse effects. You probably don't even know half of them. Here. This is a list of the most important plants. Bring me a plant of each kind, and I might reconsider taking you in as an apprentice.
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval? As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
Alright, that's all I want to hear. I'll just get the quest for the extra experience, which is handy. And this is where I will lure Valentino. You can do this a few ways. You can use your bow, or in my case, fire arrow. And lure him out to make sure you're out of sight of everyone, so they won't see you. Not certain if this will get you in trouble with Lord Andre, but it will be definitely worth it. If you beat him down, do not take his key. You will need it for one of the thieves quests, but the reason I will not take it is because once I've learned pickpocket, which you can learn around 30 dexterity for child's play, And you can steal his key, and it will give you extra experience. So I will not take his key, but I will take his gold, and I'm going to talk to Watermages.
Hey, you!
Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatus, a servant of Adanos. What can
I almost forgot. I did this as well as in Mercenary. I almost forgot to use the Oblivion scroll on him. So let's see what if it worked. It did. This happened time to time. I do not really know why. I think because normally I do not use it on Valentino, but I will use it on
the Ring of Water.
what was his name
and
again?
why would I do that?
Bartok, for his bow.
Tell me.
And what?
But
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
normally I don't either skip the conversations as
you're
well,
in dire need
but I
of
already
more
read
good
that,
people.
so I just skipped it.
So, you want to join us, son?
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you are bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the
I'm not
hunter.
certain what happens if you tell him
Where is it?
you took it
He
from
told me to tell
bandits.
you he couldn't make it and was headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant
I will
by
try
that.
that later on. I don't find that really important. I just do it this way as he recommended. I think it will give you more experience, and if you tell him that you got it from bandits,
I want to join
but
the Ring of Water.
I'll check it out. My novice walkthrough. I will cut it out, of course,
What do you
unless
mean by
it gives
that?
me more than 500 experience. So I will record it, but if I get nothing, I will reload my save and
But I know nothing about you
good
at all.
choice.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Zardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives. And he sent you. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Carinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the Ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the Ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the Ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
I'll skip the other two
What would
because
be an
it will
appropriate
lead me
deed
to
that might
nothing.
convince you?
Carinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However,
Yes?
you should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
I don't really know why, but the
Lord
videos
Hagen is not going
seem
to
dark.
receive
Well,
me.
in game,
Yes, he will. No doubt about it. Provided
I don't know how to
you become
fix
a
this.
member
I
of
can
a
put the
powerful
grammar lower,
community
but
first.
that will make the
The
game
Ring
only a bit
has
uglier
far
because it's
reaching
too light.
implications. We
I hope
shall
you guys
assist
can
you in
see this
conveying your
and
message as soon as possible.
see clearly in the dark.
Mr. Laris, whom I trust, he
if
will
not,
help you.
I'll do my best by using torches for that moment. But I forgot this one, so that
What
basically
community
happened.
should I join?
There are only
But
3
I'll-
communities that have enough influence.
See my buddy's
the city
talking to me.
militia,
That
the
was rolling the
monastery of
link,
the
by the
fire
way.
magicians,
And
the troop of mercenaries on the landowner's farm.
yeah,
The choice
I hope
is
it
yours.
doesn't affect this game too much.
Laris can certainly assist
I don't
you
want
with
to put
this
the game
difficult
into a
decision.
little
Talk to him.
boring
I
life
shall do
thing. I'm continuing more than I did in the previous episode because I have little time left,
I'm asking your blessing.
so I don't have
Why
to do
should
that
I give you my
next time.
blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
Where can I find a priest of Innos?
Let's see what else I
Best
can do
thing would
here.
be to look around the marketplace. You will find an emissary of the monastery there.
Can you heal me?
Adanos, bless this body. Free it of its wounds and strengthen it with new life. Wait, if you see
Anyway
Laris,
guys, thank you for
Give him
watching
this
this
order.
second part
Tell
of
him that it
episode
needs to be
4.
returned.
I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. So, see you guys in the next episode. Greetings from Holland, as always.